This is a 10 number 2 at the thumbnail. I've got the hyped piece, some of the hoodies. Get that colour, boom. Do we put a shocked face or just like a smug face? Shocked first. And then super happy. That's not going to be used. And then I can't be bothered for thumbnails. God damn it. That's it, I'm tired. Do you see what we have to go through? Pull stupid faces for you lot to click on this video. Yo, what up, hey, how you doing, guys? My name is Sangiev. Today we are back with another video, and man, it's been a long time. It's been a while. Your boy's back from his travels, and as you can see from the background, I'm still in the transitional phase of trying to get my room back, get it all sorted, and prior to me moving in there's a couple of bits that I need to do. So this is going to be temporary. I don't know how long for, but do bear with me. And bruh, hopefully the focus doesn't dip in and out like last time. I think my camera's having some problems with regards to the focusing issue, but today, it's been a while. So what better way to come back than a pickup video. Now, I did some fair amount of shopping over my travels in LA, Sri Lanka and Sydney, but prior to me showing that stuff, as soon as I landed back, it was time for the Antwerp sample sale. Now, it is a tradition of mine to head there. It happens twice a year, one for spring, summer, one for autumn, winter. And you have brands like Hyder Ackerman and Dries, Raf offering some items at a rather discounted price due to them being often sample pieces. I landed from Hong Kong, 13 hours flight, landed, came home, got into my car and drove to Antwerp because that is the quickest, at least in my opinion, way to get there. Here we are, we're here today, and first of all, I'm super glad that I went because I came across some absolute gems. I was actually able to cop one of my Grails that's been on my list for a very long time now. Well, I say a very long time, it only came out in 2017, but it's been on my Grail list from then. Beautiful, beautiful coats. We actually have one knitwear, 2 hoodies, 2 coats, a total of 5 items, most from Hyder, but there's a good little mix. So stick with me as I go through some of these pieces. Some are for the personal collection, some I know that I will be letting go of. In fact, to those that watch the video, you probably get first dibs before I put it on Grailed or anywhere else. So just make sure to read the description box, because that's where the pieces will be written if they're still available. If they're sold, I'll be sure to let you guys know that they're sold, so don't hit me up. It'll most likely happen over DM. Just drop me a DM and we can talk. We can make some. Let's just move on to the first item. First up, we've got a piece from Dries van Noten. I do have a variation of this piece already, although it's beautiful and it's such a sick piece. And as you can see, I don't normally leave my knitwear on hangers, but for demonstration purposes. And it is the Shetland Jumper from, I believe, for winter 17. Super, super nice piece. Now, the material, obviously Shetland, so it's not going to be the most comfiest, especially during the first couple of wears. But it's a jumper, you'll most likely be wearing something underneath, be it a t-shirt, a shirt, whatever it may be. And if you've seen me or seen my previous videos or whatever, you will know that I had this in a light blue variation, came across the brown one, such a dope color. I think it's awesome, man. And for the upcoming fall winter, I feel like brown, oranges, and tan to a certain extent will play a big part of it. So I thought, you know what, let me just pick this up. Beautiful piece, size large. It fits kind of on the oversized. So if you're a large, stay true to size. If you're a medium like I am, then this kind of will fit oversized, but I kind of like that oversized nature of it. The cut is so sick, and that is item numero uno from Dries van Noten. If I do decide to let this go, I'll be sure to leave it in the description box down below. So item numero 1, where can I put these stuff? There. Perfect spot. I don't want to leave from the center just in case I dip out of focus. Moving on, we've got 2 pieces from Hyder Ackerman, 2 hoodies, and man, are they a thing of beauty. So starting with item numero 1 is this really sick sort of cropped multi-material-ish hoodie. Really interesting detailing. First of all, I love the color. It's got this deep, almost crimson red. Love the cut. It's got like a cropped like I don't want to say it, alright? I don't want to say it, but it's got a crop cut in the body. It's a bit shorter at the front, and there's a slightly longer panel. I'd say the panel is probably anywhere between 10 centimeters longer in the back. So you've got the kangaroo pocket in the middle, and then you've got a chest pocket on top of it, which is an awesome little touch, something that you don't come across very often. Love the hood, very oversized, very Hydra-esque. And one other interesting detail is the use of silk over the paneling underneath the arm, which is a really nice little neat little touch. I was glad I came across it because I think it fits awesome. It looks really great. The cut is interesting, and it's not a color that I own, so it will look cool in my wardrobe. And also, when it comes to Hydra hoodies, I don't have the sort of pullover hoodies. I normally have zipped hoodies from him. So awesome piece, man. Absolutely love it. I think it's such a cool fit as well. Now sizing, this is a size medium, but as you can see on the on body, it definitely fits a bit on the slim / smaller side. So I'd definitely say this is more of a small medium. That is that for this guy. And then the final Hydra Ackerman hoodie that we have is again a different variation of a hoodie that I already own, but with some slight differences. And that is this beautiful, like, just amazing. I love the color, man. I can't describe it. I mean, it is primarily blue, but it's got some hint of green, turquoise vibe to it. It's from that same collection of Fall Winter 17 with the golden detailing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong here, and this is gonna throw my white balance all over the place, god damn it. I don't actually remember seeing this color going into production / any retailer. Now, I could be wrong, maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I don't remember seeing this color. I've seen it in multiple other colors, but this guy, I haven't. So perhaps this might be a sample piece, much like the other hoodie, because I'm pretty sure that other hoodie did not go into production as well. Now this, on the other hand, is a size XXS, and man, it fits huge. I'd say it definitely fits more like a medium, and even then it is somewhat on the oversized. Super long sleeves, which kind of stacks up. And one other major difference that this hoodie has compared to the other hoodie or any of the hoodies that I own from Hydra is that it's definitely on the thicker side. So this almost has like a double, it's almost double layered. It's lined with this super soft, almost jersey-like material, which adds an extra layer of warmth. Now this guy, I'm not too sure if I'll keep it. I love it, I love the colors, but because it's so sort of big, and do I really need it? I don't know, so I might actually present it to one of you guys. So find out in the description box down below. So sick, love the colors and love the cut. This one is more on, what's the term here? Like when you think of Hydra Ackerman hoodies, this is sort of the cut that you can expect. So awesome piece. White balance, can you return back to normal? I don't want to look so yellow. Let's take a breather. There we go. Okay, now that we're back, we're going to move on to the coats. And normally I don't buy any, it's rare that I buy coats from there, just because coats are still relatively on the expensive side. But boy, I needed to cop both of these, one of them especially. So we're going to start off with the Andy piece. This year at the sample sale, Andy was so strong. They had some awesome pieces. Perhaps it's just my taste kind of navigating towards Andy a lot more recently. Perhaps that's one of the reasons. But I came across, well, that's a lie. A friend pointed it out to me. This beautiful, long, black, single-breasted, does that make sense? Yeah, single-breasted overcoat. And man, it is a thing of beauty. It's cut amazingly, like super slim. You put this on, you think you're, I don't know, some sort of like old school rock star, maybe Count Dracula vibes if it was like a vampire. That's the vibe that I was getting. And funnily enough, on the flight, I was watching a documentary about Amy Winehouse, and her boyfriend at the time wore like this really sick coat, and I was like, man, why do I not have a really slim but slick black overcoat? And just like that, this popped up. Had to be copped. Amazing material as well. It's not something that you come across very often when it comes to overcoats. It sort of has this bubble texture. The shoulders are very much pronounced. You can kind of see the construction of it. And this is actually a size small. It fits very snug. It's not something that I'm going to be wearing with a thick jumper underneath. Like I can get away with a sort of thinnish jumper or like t-shirts, shirts, whatever it may be. But if I want to go for like a slick, nice look with some, I don't know, black skinny jeans, black slim trousers, boots, a nice little t-shirt or a nice little jumper, and this on top, whoo, looks fire. I am so gassed for this, and it fits really nice just off the rail. If I wanted to, I could tweak the sleeves a tiny bit, shorten them, but I kind of like the sort of ever so slightly oversized sleeves of it, because it kind of gives it that whole rock star pirate-esque vibe. Poles, get the down. But yeah, man, that's that from Andy. So sick. Concealed buttons as well, which is not something that I'm a big fan of normally. Like, I like my buttons to be seen, but hey, it's a black coat, you can't even see it regardless. So pop the colours, pop the collars, and you're good to go. Amazing, amazing piece. Super gassed up. And then last but most certainly not the least, we've got one of the prime reasons why I even went to the sample sale. Now, as a whole, for me, for Winter 17, for Haido anyway, wasn't the strongest. There was a couple of pieces that were absolutely amazing, but boy, the retail was ridiculously expensive. Trousers with the double layered, with the velvet stitched in, and the tweed, and all the others, like the leathers, the suede. They also had a few coats using that technique, and man, I was so glad that I was able to come across this absolute beauty. So the story behind this bad boy, you can see it already, but let me just go through the story at first. On the first day of the sample sale, I was still in Australia, so I got my friends to keep an eye out for me, and I sent them pictures of the stuff that I was mostly looking forward to. So those trousers were definitely my list, but they were 1K at sample price. Shit's ridiculous. And then they had this coat, and I was like, grab it. Like, 1K for trousers to me is it's a bit excessive. For a coat, however, it's more justifiable, because I know that if I was to get rid of it because I know that if I was to get rid of it in the future, I could recuperate most of my money, if not more, considering that this coat was retailing for, I think it was 5K, and even in the sale, it was ridiculously expensive. If I remember properly, it was still something along the lines of 2K. So absolutely insane piece, but they only had it in a size 52 on the first day, which would have fit oversized, but I was like, cool, just grab it. I can figure something out. Then when I landed from Hong Kong and I decided to just be spontaneous and just go for it, it was the last day, so I didn't have anything to lose. We got there and we found it in a size 48, which is my size. You don't understand how gassed I was. Now, unfortunately, they don't do returns, they don't do exchanges or any of that jazz, so I will be looking to get rid of the size 52, but man, look at it. Look at it. Insane, like insane. One of the best coats I own / I've come across. The craftsmanship is absolutely next level. So this is the Haido Ackerman tweed / velvet half coat detailing with this, I don't even know what this technique is called, embroidered string-like effects. Incredible piece. I cannot fault it, besides one minor little tweak which I will run you guys through. So once again, concealed buttons. I think for this piece, if you were to do the buttons all the way up and kind of the collar stays up in like a mandarin manner anyway, it looks super slick. You've got the same detailing in the sleeves as well, which is a really neat touch. It kind of runs along the body, super well constructed. It's details like that kind of really sets a piece apart. And if you turn it around, again, the sleeves follow the body panel. Now this is the only thing that I would change. There is a massive drop between the front, which is here, and then the back, which starts here. Obviously this was the intended cut and this was the intended design. I personally would have tried to follow that along and not necessarily go down, and not necessarily go straight, but if you were to do this whole going down thing, kind of follow it from this. Like, do you know what I mean? It wouldn't have been, if you're doing all of this, I feel like that's one of those touches that you could have done to make this piece a tiny bit better. It fits incredible. It's on the slimmer side, so if you do come across this piece, go true to size, you'll be fine. I stayed true to size with a size 48 medium. Once again, it's not a piece that I'm going to be looking to rock with like a super thick knitwear, be it a turtleneck or be it a cardigan or whatever it may be. So I'm going to keep it fairly light, because if I'm wearing a coat, I don't tend to wear super big layers underneath anyway, just because I get too hot, all that other jazz. Super buff piece. I cannot believe that I came across it, and I'm so glad that I was able to cop it. So that is one of my all-time grails acquired in my wardrobe, and boy, is this piece going to age beautifully. I cannot wait to bust this out in like 5-10 years down the line. And just like how kids these days go crazy for Raf, like super old Raf, I'm gonna be that old dude with the super old Haido and be like, yo, this shit was fire, and this shit still is fire. Too sick. Too sick. And that is going to conclude my Antwerp pickups. I know that it's fairly tame in comparison to usual. I tend to go ham, but like I said, I normally go on the first day. I'm like the first one there, and first days are usually where the good things go. I was very lucky to come across that on the last day. And when I posted it on my story, like I posted a little image of it, a few people actually messaged me saying, yo, I came across that piece at the sample sale. I was about to cop it, but I didn't. And I'm so glad and grateful that none of you did. So thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below because it helps me out tremendously, you know, thumbs up, comments and all that other jazz. As I said, all the information regarding the pieces that I'm going to have for sale is going to be in the description box down below. I'll list all the pieces with the prices. DM me, first come first served. If it is sold, I'll be sure to leave it as sold, and just don't DM me regarding that item. That is it for me today. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. I'm glad to be back though, so thank you for being patient. I feel like I'm a tiny bit rusty, but we're gonna get back into the swing of things. We've got an LA pickup, we've got some really cool partnerships that I've got coming up, some really cool videos. I am so excited to get back to the grind. And yes, that is it from me. If you wish to follow me on my social media, it's all right here in this corner, Sangiev. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Peace.